Another practice in the books. Yeah. Closing on the end of this week, just what have you seen out there? What's the vibe like?
The intensity has picked up, as it should. You know, we talked the other day after practice that when you get to week 3, this is your last full week of full-time football. Literally a week from the day classes start. And so the hours of the day just drastically change. There's no more full-time this. There's no more meeting at 6 in the morning to 7 p.m. It's class. There's distractions. There's other things taking place. So this is that final week. And I think the effort and intensity has risen to the occasion of let me secure my spot before we truly start getting ready for scout teams in Georgia Tech.
We talked to you about a few of the, kind of position battles out there. I don't think we talked a lot about corner. And it seems like Tyrecus Davis has been really standing out. How has he done?
He's standing out. He is getting his hands on balls, like every practice. He's where you want him to be. He has the trust of Kaleb Mathis, his position coach. He's going to be one of those dudes, But here again, we're blessed with a deep room, and you need a deep room when you come to corners and wide receivers because, soft tissue injuries come up, so you need some talent and depth in that room. I think that corner room is just looking for the consistency of the leadership, like who's going to be our 3 guys that we just count on instead of we know we got these 2, and these 3rd and 4th guys change day-to-day, practice to practice.
A name that's been popping up a lot over the last week or so, Unc, is DeKalon Taylor. Savell Small said today that he's his favorite player on the football team. I just talked to Trackhawks, his former running back coach at his last school, and heard some really exciting things. What have you seen from Trackhawk over the last couple weeks of fall camp, and what do you expect from him this season?
He's hard not to like. His infectious personality, his confidence, what he does when he has the ball, what he does when he's just on the sideline watching. He's communicating, he's learning, he's teaching, he's involved. He's going to be one of those names that I think a lot of people are not going to appreciate until he does the damn thing. And then it's all of a sudden like, hey, why have we not been getting him the ball more? It's going to come. He's going to be their breakout player back there.
Tight ends day on the podium, we had Savell Smalls out up there, and he was the guy that Coach Bartoloni picked, to put in the middle as the guy to represent the room. Just what's the kind of growth that you've seen from him over this offseason, and also just the fact that he's been here this entire time that Coach Prime's been here? Is that part of a big reason why he's on the leadership, committee?
I would think so. And then you still have to grade him with that curve because he switched positions. Right. And the other guys that are in the room with him have been playing that position. But as I said during the presser or after it, in my mind, that's the tightest room as far as the scores after practice, the grades after practice. You asked about the cornerbacks. You got a couple of guys who are posting 4s, and then you got some 3s who may get a 4. That tight end room, you wake up one day and it's 4 4s, it's 4 3s. Like whatever they're doing, that group is like scoring in bunches the same. And so it's a tight decision to see who's going to be the one out there. I'm giving it to Smalls because that's who, when Coach Prime says, hey, Brett, who's your guy? Without hesitating, he said him. But the margin of error, you can't let up.
How would you categorize the overall team health through 3 weeks of camp?
Better than the past 2 years. I think, we got some guys that are down, but only had like a couple of surgeries, and there's just a little break here, putting a pin in something, so they'll be back. And I credit that to Coach Swayze. I credit that to off-season conditioning, getting the guys ready where these soft tissue injuries don't happen. Also teaching the guys how to practice, stay off the ground, stay off each other, protect your teammates. In the past, this point in camp, you might be down almost completely in one room where you couldn't even practice. We haven't had that. That's the wood knocking on it. We haven't had that happen yet. I think we're going to make it through camp without it happening.
I want to ask you a little bit about the D-line, Unc. Who on that defensive line, whether it be interior guys or even edge guys, have really impressed or stood out to you throughout fall camp?
It's always the same names, but let me give you a name that we're not talking about enough.
Yes.
I'll give you 2.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Lightfoot.
Ooh, reveal, yeah.
Lightfoot. I have been so impressed with him the past 3 practices. And Davis Swain Davis. Which one is it? BDS.
BDS, yep.
Man, those 2 have come a long way this camp. They have caught up equal to the leaders in the room in just the past week of practice, the past week of fall camp.
I mean, Lightfoot, number 99 out there, one of the most productive defensive tackles in the Mountain West the last couple of years. In BDS, we talked about him recently, maybe not getting a lot of buzz, but a really good high school football player.
Yeah,
I think
former four-star.
Defensive player of the year, I believe, in the state of Michigan coming out of high school. So 2 dogs.
Coach Pecco doesn't just hand out 4s, and BDS has gotten 4s like the past 3 days, 3 practices. And Lightfoot is right there with them, man. When you see them going through their drills, and here's what I love about what they do during their drills. It translates to the team period. Scott, you played a lot of the guys just go through the warm-ups, and then when it comes to team-on-team stuff, the technique was for that. I'm just moving around. They bring it with them. So whatever SAP has them working on an individual, when it's time for team, they bring it with them. It translates.
Let's go to the wide receivers. I feel like we kind of just let them be. We know they're all really good.
There's a lot of
But aside from the Millers, who has really impressed you out of that room so far this camp?
I got to go with what the coaches say, right? Like, I got my eyeballs and I got to lean on theirs. They give Kaleb Mathis a lot of props, man. Just being consistent and being where he's supposed to be. And I know the world is going to watch this video and go like, oh, come on. Look, I'm telling you, like, when it comes to doing your damn job and being where the quarterback expects you to be when he expects you to be there, Kaleb does it every damn practice. The other guys who are new here, they may hit it Monday and Tuesday and drop off Wednesday and bounce back Friday and Saturday. Every day of the week, Kaleb Mathis is where he's supposed to be.
Last one for me, Unc. People are going to watch this video and they say, Unc, all he ever does is say positive things. So just give me one thing that is concerning you right now.
That's a great question. I would say that we got to have some more intention, some more deliberate effort toward things. We just talked about people go through the drills and don't take it to the team period. I think that's what we're missing. Is that, no, guys, everything we do in the building matters. Come to breakfast on time, weighing in, all these things matter. When you get out there on the field and you're doing these individual workouts with your unit, take it to the team period. It matters. We're not just out here wasting time. So I would like to see more attention to detail in that regard because you see the guys getting taught, right? I'm teaching you hand placement, like it's tight end time. And then we go to team period. What happened to what I just taught you? I think we got to these last 15 days, get that connectivity, and we'll be ready for Georgia Tech.
It's the end of week 3. Fair to call next week the last week of camp before Georgia Tech week?
That is fair to call it that.
We'll see you then.
I can't wait.